What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques. And small little tidbit, the air conditioner is still technically on because it's still hot as hell outside. So when it, turns on sporadically, I highly apologize. Right now it's in energy saver mode, so you probably won't hear it for a little bit, but then it'll probably just pop on randomly. Secondarily, this show does not look like it has good ratings. However, it does have high promise for a bunch of, cute girls doing cute things, turning into possible yuri shipping. So, of course, we're going to at least check out the first episode. Though, on topic, nextly would be if the video is shorter than intended, blame the red platform for not knowing how copyright works and having an AI check everything, so people get in trouble for, honestly, more than they should, when the other people who do things another way get in trouble less than they should. Regardless. That being said, if you're interested in this show, either to hear my perspective on it or want to see how it is before you decide to watch it on your own, is highly encouraged to do so, as well as hang around and have some conversations in the comment section. And the last bit, of course, if you're not going to have for conversations, at the very least, it is highly appreciated to hit the like button, subscribe, and let the whole video run through when we get the watch time, because the algorithm likes watch time. That said, just get into things and see how this show is. And she's being fired. Wow. She not only has a regular hoagie, but a side of hoagie. What? Hold on. That's an insane concept to have a curse where some shit happens over 100,000. It's like, damn. Like, if you're actually employed, some shit happens to the place you're employed at? That's crazy. Hold on. First, I want to just feel, do VTubers, always get that crazy behind the camera because of how the motion controls work for their model? Even though people can't see it properly 90% of the time? Because, VTubers don't do things perfectly sometimes, but it's always funny as hell to watch. Also, that's probably not good. But that is kind of the whole plot of the show, isn't it? Stop obligatory reactions. Also, I feel that way about creators sometimes. Being a creator, that's kind of the one thing that, I feel about how creation works. People just do things as they're expected to. It doesn't matter if it's, crazy reactions during gameplay or when reacting to things. Right now, an expected reaction to all the news being given and this thing happening will be, whoa! Oh my god, there are people falling unconscious and she's just sitting there playing a game not worrying about it? Holy shit! But, I'm more realistic than that, and that might be the boring part of things. Give me your honest opinion if you're at this point in the video. Would you rather I just be, the same kind of expected, crazy content creator that a lot of people are? Or do you just, appreciate the actual, well thought out thought processes of things? Because honestly, I'd rather watch somebody who's doing a reaction who, talks genuinely about what they're reacting to, instead of just, watching something happen and then just go, whoa! Then again, that's how a lot of the fucking 6 to 7 number people are, so I don't know, man. Also, why does she just look like a Yu-Gi-Oh character, though? She genuinely looks like someone who has come from one of the modern-day Yu-Gi-Oh shows. Okay. Immediate thought process of, well, first off, when your mother works in that kind of location, that's, hey, there's the air conditioner. That's very questionable to how shit happens, because, I don't know, having your mom work in a bar and work in that kind of seedy bar, that's, yeah. And by this point, I will add in if you hear that, I highly apologize, but also, again, it's hot as balls. Which she is not. And you can actually tell the, smoker's voice. Matter of fact, I think this is one of those times where it's the opposite of a male is playing the female role voice-wise. Which happens less often than, women playing male voices. I mean, the dub voices for all of the most popular anime characters are women. Which, no shade, great voice actors for being able to play men like that. Fucking Luffy, Naruto, Ash, all women. Goku's Japanese VA, too. A woman. Yeah, society isn't kind. Meanwhile, I see people who barely have, any sort of huge traction, like other 6 to 7 number people, and they make 6 to 7 figures a month, probably. Not gonna name names, but... Oh, the daughter's 20? Okay, then I feel less bad about giving the opinion that she's kind of cute. Okay, that is messed up, though, because there should be a precedent for that nowadays. Like, I watched a video yesterday that someone was going over, a bunch of the craziest things people have done on live stream, and staying awake or active for hundreds of hours was on there twice. And by that point, I feel like collapsing during a live stream should be something that should be covered, personally. Especially when being a content creator, whether it be, a decent one, an honest one, or a stupid one, or, well, insert like 90% of the female streamer population here. Collapsing on stream is not good. No, but let me get something like this. I will dive right in, even if it costs me my life. Actually, that's more reason to do it, honestly. Because at least then if I lose, I don't have to continue to suffer. Like, it's a win-win. You either win lots of money, or you win by not having to suffer. Matter of fact, if anyone ever does a real-life Squid Games, come at me and we'll play that little slap card game and... Oh no, she got called out. So, we're just going with the obvious, right? It says they're rivals in the description, but we're going with the obvious that they're probably the head ship, right? Because, like, dark-haired girl and blonde-haired girl, that's like Yuri 101. Yeah, no, of course they did. Also, can I just mention, why does the blonde-haired one look like she should play football instead? And yes, I am specifically saying that because her shoulders are literally twice the size of the other girls. Like, girl looks like if she saw somebody she liked, she could just run in, spear them, and they'd be unconscious. Like, holy. At least, like, the other chick's head is a little more proportionate to her body. But this bitch, her head is so small compared to her big old shoulders. Like, shit. Called JD McDonough bobblehead, look at her. And yes, I did ignore everything about the conversation at hand while I was saying this, and they were talking about panties the whole time. Crazy. Wait, no, now I know why she's so tall. Again, Yuri 101. You need a short girl and you need a tall girl. Duh. Ah. The hot one of the show. Possibly psychotic, but the hot one of the show. Though the minor character back there ain't too bad either. Hold up. Again, remember what I said about the main female looking like a Yu-Gi-Oh character? That guy looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh character. And, like, Chicken Back on second thought kind of looks like the wife of the one guy from Baseball Gyaru. But, like, she got bigger after childbirth, you know? Oh? They all got transported into some pods. That's kind of cool. It looks like they're all attached to some kind of IV. Interesting. Probably not good, but interesting. Honestly, my bigger question is, please tell me this is going to be some kind of like life or death game show, because that would actually reel me into this a lot more. That's called chloroform. Okay, did not expect the animation to take this kind of turn. Like, I kind of did, but I also kind of didn't. Well, the game has gone rogue, because he just totally destroyed her imagery. The game has gone rogue. Why the fuck does his hairstyle look like Aichi's, by the way? Wait, Aichi? Is that the guy from Cardfight Vanguard? I think that's the guy from Cardfight Vanguard. Yeah, as the first one falls, that's why I decided to pause it to go over this. So is this going to be one of those things where if they... I'm sorry, let me use the proper quote from that Frankie Muniz movie. Is this going to be one of those things where if they die in the game, they die for real? Because I do love plots like that. Oh, or maybe pertaining to what happened with her friend. Like, people don't die, though maybe it's very sword art-like, where they just fall unconscious and can't be woken back up. Then again, Sword Art, they actually did die, but that's neither here nor there. At least when they got, trapped with the atmosphere, they were just unconscious for most of it, and maybe it's similar in that light. Maybe they're just like in a near-death state or something. Guess we'll see. I am gonna have to check what company does this, though, after the fact, because high-key, a lot of this shit does look very Yu-Gi-Oh-like. Damn it! It was doing so good with the subtitles despite being rated so low. It really was doing so good. Actually, I can't talk shit because maybe they're trying to say game au revoir and just spelled it wrong. That's me coping, but we've also seen a lot of professional anime fail when it comes to subtitles over the years, so I'm not going to chastise them too much, honestly. I'm pretty sure Dotted on Season 1 failed subtitles a couple of times. I will say, though, the facial expressions kind of remind me of something out of, like, a Lego movie. Didn't Miko get, like, to the other platform first? How the fuck did she end up down there? Man, I feel like he's on a phone call. Actually, he might be in reality. Oh. Oh, no. Bruh. That's not disconcerting at all. I will say, though, Fall Guys being something to, like, give inspiration to a bunch of other shit is probably one of the best things to come from it. Because, like, Zenless Zone Zero has their own version of Fall Guys, and that's pretty fucking fun. Aggravating as all hell, just like real Fall Guys, but pretty fun. And, like, this whole thing going on, that's pretty much Fall Guys. Except for, when you die in the game, you die for real. I love how she figured it out that easily. The temptation to drop her, though, is probably pretty damn high. But Miku seems like she... Why did I call her Miku again? O and U sounds really just like... are too close together, especially when, like, you're fucking too used to hearing shit about Miku and Seika! Yeah, honestly, Miko is being better, or is being nicer than she should be right here. Oh, hey. They're back to reality. But you didn't die! Everybody behind you did, but that is beside the point. No, literally. Was this made by the people who made the new Yu-Gi-Oh series? Because that dude definitely gives, like, borderline children's to adult level anime villain. Like, he kind of looks like... He looks like if Laxus was on heroin. And his eyes are uneven. Oh, hey, the hot one. Y'all know I have to say something, right? At the very least, for the budget they didn't use for the art in general, they got their physics down. That is very disconcerting. Oh, you should. Like, at first there was a question on what's about to happen. Yeah, no, it's kind of obvious what's going to happen. You've been sent to entertain a bunch of aliens. Fail. And you die. Matter of fact, if all of you fail, your entire planet dies by the sound of it. Sorry, just needed a couple more minutes to appreciate what actually is worth saying. Apparently that's her friend. Crazy. Hey, yo. Hold on. Okay, that's normal friendship levels. She's extremely hot. Looking a little more gay. No, that's completely gay. Though seeing her in this line of sight, listen, being turned into a pet isn't a bad idea for someone like that. You know? Okay, so it looks like she has her drive and motivation to win the game, but it's probably one of those things where it's actually more so to beat the shit out of who took her friend, possibly lover's face. Yup, is totally going to end up being one of those shows. Shame, too, because it looks like the one who just had something unfortunate happen was, yeah, no, well. It's one of those shows, and we're here for it. That's a guy, it looked like a girl. Dang, and the shirt might have, like, poofed out a little, make it look like a girl. So, the hottest one basically was like, yeah, I need professional gamers to beat these evil gods in their own game. Good luck! Man, now it really does sound like Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's a protagonist's favorite way of thinking. They took what I love from me, I'm going to fucking end them. Can I just point out, that's not gonna be pleasant in the future. Like, hopefully this stays more of, like, a mid-tier show, so it can, like, avoid artists, you know? Okay, so, first off, I need to check who does this. Because it is 100% somebody I've seen something else from. Gokomi, that's familiar. World's End Harem, yeah, okay.